Wealthy people don't get rich through extremes. They are not waking at 5 a.m. to run marathons before sunrise. They are not chugging protein shakes while meditating and checking 5 productivity apps. And they are definitely not grinding 16 hours a day hoping to manifest millions through burnout. That's not how real wealth is built. What they do is simpler and smarter. They repeat a handful of small, powerful habits every single day. Habits so quiet, most people overlook them. But these are the habits that helped me to build over $100,000 in savings before the age of 28. If you apply these consistently, you will see the difference, not just in your bank account, but in your mind, your energy, and your entire life. Let's get started with number 1. Invest in yourself. Jim Rohn said it best. If you work for a job, you can make a living. But if you work on yourself, you can make a fortune. Putting your money into savings when you barely build a skill, that won't get you far. When you invest in yourself, you gain leverage, you build skills, sharpen your value, and eventually you can charge more. When you also build an audience around those skills, people don't just buy what you offer, they buy into who you are. Your value increases because you have increased. What's one skill you know you need to level up this year? Number 2, produce more than you consume. Every time you create, you reinforce your identity. You move from being a product of the market to being part of the market. This affects your business, your brand, your mindset, and it gives you ownership. Whether it's writing, designing, filming, coaching, and creating something every day, even for 10 minutes. James Clear calls this identity-based habits from the book Atomic Habits. You're not just doing something, you're becoming someone. Number 3, learn something new about money weekly. Money isn't just something you earn, it's something you manage, something you grow, and you can only grow what you understand. Every week I block 30 minutes to learn about the financial concept, taxes, index funds, inflation, side income, because here is the truth. Having money is one thing, keeping it and growing it, that's something else entirely. If you do not know how money works, you'll always be working for it instead of letting it work for you. If this video helps you so far, please like and subscribe. It helps the channel grow. Number 4, take action before you're ready. We are creatures of comfort. We wait until it feels right, until it feels safe. But comfort doesn't create transformation. Action does. Let's pause for a second. Think back on your life. What is something you did before you felt ready? Was it moving to a new place, starting school, taking a new job? Let me know in the comments. What did you jump into early and how did it change you? Me, I wasn't ready to study. I wasn't ready to start YouTube, and I definitely wasn't ready to be in a camera in front of thousands of people. But I did it anyway. And you know what I have learned? I do not need the world's permission. I just need my own decision. Number 5, always ask questions. If you're not asking questions, you're staying stuck. You could not grow if you're too afraid to admit what you don't know. When I was learning about investing, I asked questions, no matter how basic. Asking creates access. That access creates action. What is one question you have been too afraid to ask about money, growth, or business? Let me know. Number 6, write before you scroll. This small habit anchors my entire day. Before the world enters my brain, I enter it myself. I write down my top goal for the day or how I want to feel. Some days it's deep. Some days it's just one word, but every day it's mine. Why does this work? Because it forces you to pause and be present with yourself. And presence creates power. Start with a sticky note, your phone, notes app, or a journal. Whatever is easy. Just don't skip this moment. It's 5 minutes that changes everything. Number 7, track your spending manually once a week. Every Sunday, I pull out a notebook and go through my transactions. No apps, no automations, just me and my numbers. This habit forces me awareness. It's where I have spotted patterns, ways, and opportunities. It's also where I have seen my progress. Tracking reminds you that your money is a reflection of your choices, and that means you have the power to steer it if you're willing to look. Number 8, set calendar reminders for financial habits. We think we will remember. Life gets busy, so I do not rely on memory, I rely on structure. Every payday, I get a pop-up reminder, save 10%, invest, review goals on my iPhone. It's not glamorous, but it keeps me on track when I'm tired, stressed, or distracted. Your future wealth is built on habits you automate today. Number 9, delay purchases by 48 hours. Here is something I learned. Impulsive buys feels urgent, but rarely are. By creating a 48-hour pause, I have saved hundreds each month. The magic? That break lets your logical brain catch up with your emotional brain. It gives you time to ask, do I really need this? Is this aligned with my goals? Most of the time, the answer is no, but now it's a conscious no, not a regretful no. Number 10, read 10 pages a day. 10 pages may not sound like much, but over a year, that's 12 books. And not just any books. Books that build your mindset, your knowledge, and your worldview. The best idea I ever had came from a sentence buried in a page of 170 of a book I almost didn't finish. Small pages, big impact. Commit to just 10. Let them work in the background of your mind. Number 11, use a done list instead of a just to-do list. We love writing to-do lists, but they often make us feel behind. A done list does the opposite. It says, look at what you accomplished. Even the small stuff counts. Finish that email, logged your meals, took a break instead of burning out, write it down. Over time, your done list becomes proof that you're showing up, even where progress feels slow. Number 12, automate your savings. This habit is the reason I have saved my first $10,000. Not because I had a huge income, but because the system never failed. Every payday, a percentage moved automatically into savings and investing. No emotion, no decision, and no fatigue. Just structure. If your savings depend on your mood, you will not have any. Build a system, let it run. Number 13, practice daily gratitude. Gratitude isn't just spiritual, it's strategic. It shifts your brain out of scarcity into possibility. When I'm grateful, I make better choices. I treat money with more respect. I stop chasing and start appreciating. My gratitude practice is simple. Write down one moment that mattered, a smile, a good decision, a challenge I overcame. Gratitude helps you notice your wins so you can multiply them. Number 14. Build a habit around saying no. We live in a world that praises yes, but no is what protects your time, energy, and vision. I used to say yes to everything, events, collaborations, favors, until I realized my schedule was full, but my soul was empty. Now I filter every decision through this question. Will this help me or will it drain me? Saying no doesn't make you selfish, it makes you clear. Number 15. Say your numbers out loud. Why out loud? Because your brain needs to hear what you're doing. It's a form of accountability. Each month, I say my income, savings, and expenses, no matter how good or bad they are. When I say it, you face it. And when you face it, you can fix it. Number 16, default to less. This isn't about minimalism. It's about clarity. The more clutter you remove digitally, physically, mentally, the more space you create for what matters. Every week I do a mini reset. Unsubscribe from emails, cancel unused tools, clear my desktop. When your environment is lighter, your thinking gets sharper, and sharper thinking leads to better decisions. Those were the 16 micro habits that helped me to save over $100,000 before I turned 28. Some of them take 5 minutes, others just 5 seconds. But stacked together, they change everything. Which of one stood out most to you? Which are you going to try this week? Let me know in the comments. If you'd like to learn more habits to get wealthy, watch this video.